Lincoln Railer Basketball on 96.3 WLCN and WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Headline Salon, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Fifth Street Food Mart, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, The Carpet House, Rickham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln IGA, Lincoln College, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, St. Clair's Manor, Lincoln Park District, Grimaldi Law Office, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Lincoln Dare, Eaton Corporation, Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln Printers, Chicago Street Rentals, and by Four Corners Lube.
They ought to win this tip, and then they got to go to work.
Opening tip controlled by the Railers. Lincoln moving left to right as we sit high atop here in the bleachers at Alice Ingersoll Gymnasium. Cannon on the left wing. On top to Tate Sloan. Tate hands off to Cannon. Cannon down the lane, kicks back to Isaiah. Top of the key three on the way. Back rim, no. Rebound fought for, trolled, and it's going to be a foul rebounding-wise. They're going to get that on Titus. Titus coming over the back of Caleb Miller. So early a foul on the Railers. Gives it to Canton.
Canton opens man-to-man, Jeff, and the Railers need to attack this with quickness, and I believe that they tried on that on the very first possession.
In the backcourt, Miller gets it over to Morris. Got to watch that 10 count. Railer defense is causing problems. They finally break the count. Over on the right side in the corner to Dean. Ball's kicked. It'll stay with Canton. Just 30 seconds into this one.
Between tipped balls and kicked balls Saturday night, the Railers must have had a dozen. Boy, they have fast hands.
Otto on the right side in front of the Railer bench.
Another one.
Tipped away by Tate Sloan, and we talked about when the Railers really seem to turn it up defensively and get back into the game Saturday night, it's when Tate Sloan got moved to the point of that defense.
Tate is all kinds of quick, and there's the steal.
Right on cue, Tate Sloan with the thievery. Sloan over to Cannon. Down on the left side to Bacon. Drew looks to drive, and it looked like he was going to try and make that move where he goes baseline to go with the reverse layup, but Drew lost control of the dribble out of bounds, and a turnover back to Canton. Railers with the pressure in the backcourt. Cannon, Grunder, and Sloan working against Canton. Miller dribbles into the front court now, over to Morris. Minute gone by. Dump it to Dean, down low. Good defense by the Railers as they collapse out, but a three from the left side is missed by Morris, but they track down the rebound. Underneath, Dean wide open. He's going to be fouled by Bacon, but no call. But Dean lays it up and in.
No call. There was another no call the Railers got away with, so good start officiating-wise to this game. Railers are being attacked high-low, just like everybody does. Who's successful in attacking a 1-2-3 ball press.
Canton with the early 2-0 lead. Grunder dribbles in against Dean, and he's going to be called for, that foul's going to be whistled, and that's a good thing the official called that because I think Ben took an extra step. But the foul will be whistled, and it will go against 6-foot senior Evan Otto, his first on Canton.
Yeah, he took a step or two. Nice
Grunder
cut.
back out to Bowers. Bowers pull up a little 14-footer, didn't go down. Rebound to Otto.
That's a shot you want Isaiah to take, though, and that's why they run the offense to him right there.
Great spot for a trap, and they have to take a timeout. We saw it a lot on Saturday night where Washington, when they were having trouble, Tom, they were doing exactly what Canton did, and Sloan and Cannon were there for the trap. 30-second timeout, 6:05 to go, and we've seen it for years. The offenses seem to always go to that spot, and that's where Lincoln wants them.
The Railer defense overplays to the middle and forces teams to either side. As soon as the guards take one step across half court, they're doubled by a wing and a point, and usually one of those two is taller, and let the fun begin. Then the problem for the offense is just trying to find an outlet pass anywhere. And as usual, there's turnovers or timeouts.
After the timeout, Canton gets it into the backcourt to Miller. Miller dumps it to Dean. 16-footer on the way is up and good. An awkward-looking shot. but successful nonetheless. And shades of Saturday.
Nothing but net there, and it was a very odd-looking shot, but bottom line is it went in. Nice back cut.
Backdoor, Cannon to Bowers, lays it up and in.
Isaiah Ballard.
I'm not sure how many times this year that has not worked. When Coach Allen needs some points, you go to that.
You set a weak side screen, and Isaiah just cuts to the hoop.
Tipped away by Bowers into the hands of Grunder. Grunder 2-on-4, pulls up, skips it across to Sloan, into the corner to Bowers. Isaiah back on top. Bacon steps to the line. 3 on the way. Rolls off no good. Miller tipped it out of bounds, trying to grab the rebound. And the official from this side is going to walk over. They're going to have a discussion. And they're going to give it to Canton. Thought Miller was the last one to touch it. But back to Canton. 5:17 to go. Little Giants have the 4-2 advantage.
Yeah, the Railers are starting slow again, Jeff. Offensively particularly. The defense has been strong. Yet another turnover, and that's 4.
Right through the hands of Otto as they tried to play a little too fast. Railers need some points. Sloan on the left side, back on top, Cannon. Grunder to Bacon, down to Isaiah.
It's just a straight man. If the Railers are patient, there's shots there to be had, good ones.
Grunder pulls up, 17-footer on the way, back of the rim, no. Isaiah fighting for the rebound, ball tipped loose. Still being fought for, last touch, and last touch again by Lincoln. So, Tom, the Railers are getting in there on the rebound, but the loose balls so far in this first 3:15, not able to get them.
Correct, and the Railers keep after it, and they will get those, Jeff. They're clearly dominating both boards. They can't make a shot. It was like Saturday night. Everything's around the rim, but nothing's in.
Steal, and then a foul is going to be whistled on Otto, and quickly for Otto, that's his second. Steal by Cannon, and then Otto reached in, and a foul is whistled. I want to remind you that Railer basketball this year is being brought to you by St. Clair's Manor and Lincoln College. We thank them for their sponsorship of the season broadcast. Cannon, here comes around a screen. It's Tate Sloan. High arcing 3, top of the key is good.
The gym's only about 30 feet high, and Tate came pretty close to the ceiling there, Jeff.
Tate Sloan, we know what a defensive whiz he is, but any offense you can get from Tate is all bonus, and that gives the Railers their first lead of the night at 5-4 as we're halfway through quarter number 1. Miller back to Otto, high post to Dean, another shot. That one looked just as awkward, didn't go down. Railers the rebound. Sloan up to Bowers. Railers quickly into the front court. Bowers looking to take his man. Baseline instead, kicks back out. Titus thought about a 3, didn't take it. Skips it over. Isaiah, take a 3. Right side on the way, up and good. Isaiah for 3.
Isaiah Bowers, 3.
And after the slow start, Railers have scored the last 8 and have an 8-4 lead.
And it's feeding on the defensive end, Jeff. The Railers much quicker on their feet right at the moment.
Dean's 3 from the corner, no good. Isaiah with the rebound. Lincoln looks to push. Isaiah, top of the key, kicks back to Sloan. Over the side to Cannon. Can he contribute? He does for 3.
Titus Cannon, 3.
Nice.
Railers' last 3 baskets, long range and quickly out to an 11-4 advantage. Almost stolen away, tipped out of bounds. And Titus reached in and knocked it off of Miller. And so it'll go to the Railers with an 11-4 lead. 3:08 to go in the first quarter.
6 turnovers now for Canton, and I see Dean on the bench. He seemed to not be real shy about launching shots from everywhere.
And then we've got a foul underneath. That's going to go against Dewey Morris, the 5'7" senior. Railers are trying to get through the lane, and a little too aggressive underneath. Bacon out. Jermaine Hamlin, the 6'9" junior in.
34.
See how long it takes before the Railers run an alley-oop for Jermaine. Underneath all by himself.
Nice.
Grunder from Sloan.
Jermaine cut through that time, Jeff, and pulled every defender with him, and the result was a layup for Grunder.
Grunder wide open, gets it to go down. Now the shot's starting to fall for Lincoln, and they've got to a 13-4 advantage, 2:45 to go in the first quarter.
Just in the last 3 minutes. The defense turned up, and they're scoring at will almost.
Miller watched by Sloan. Now over on the right side to Morris. Play catch near the timeline. Bounce into the high post. Turnaround from 15 is up and good for Jake Smith into the contest for the first time. That ends that 13-0 Railer run. Railers are still up 13-6. Cannon over to Grunder. Grunder, offensive foul is going to be whistled on Ben as Murphy went down, and Grunder gets whistled for his first. Little bit of a shoulder nudge, and down he went.
Ben leaned just a little bit of acting, a little bit of leaning to get to a charging foul. Fortunately, the Railers defense has been turning over Canton virtually every time they have the ball, so just a minor setback.
Grunder out of the contest. In for Lincoln is Isaac Dewberry. Isaac, the 6'2 sophomore.
He is a good-looking underclassman, Jeff. That Isaac Dewberry is somebody people can remember because he's going to be a Railer star.
1:50 to go. Jumper from the corner, up and good. Three for Gabe Gossett, and that makes it 13-9. Inside Jermaine, up and good, and he is fouled. And what you like about that, Tom, is Jermaine caught it, didn't bring the ball down, went straight to the basket, and at 6'9" against the height that's out there right now for Canton, he's just got to not think, just react.
That's it, Jeff. He's against 6'3", is the biggest kid out there for Canton right now, and if he will just keep the ball over his head. Jermaine is, he's full of untapped potential, and if any coaching staff can bring it out in him, it's this coaching staff at Lincoln.
Jermaine gets the free throw to go down. Already a 16-9 lead for the Railers. Minute and a half left in quarter number one. Dumping inside, kick back out. Another three on the way. That one's off the back of the rim, and there's Jermaine with the rebound.
He looks like a man among boys out there. Little Giants is aptly named at the moment.
Cannon holds near the timeline, works the left side to Bowers. Here comes the lob. Sloan to Jermaine, a little too high for him. So Isaiah will fire off a three. That's no good. Jermaine with the rebound. Jermaine's going to take it up strong and got it to go down.
There you go. He got fouled, but it doesn't matter. He got the second offensive board, second putback for a layup.
Yeah, they tried the alley-oop, but just a little too tall even for Jermaine. And with 45 seconds to go, the Railers come away with another steal, up 18-9. And then a foul is going to be whistled. That's going to go against Caleb Miller, his first. Reminder that Railer basketball is brought to you this year by the Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois and our friends at the Carpet House. 42 seconds left in the first, and Tom, already 5 team fouls on Canton.
Yeah, Jeff, they just can't compete, so they're just leaning now, and the officials are noticing it and calling it. Jermaine, they're just ready to go to the hoop before he got the ball and fumbled it out of bounds.
Turnover by the Railers. And again, the Railers have had this press extended the entire night.
Yeah, and Canton, they just can't seem to find a way to. There's another turnover.
Another steal. Isaiah takes it away. 2-on-3. Bounces over to Sloan. 22 seconds. Got to think now Lincoln holds for one.
Railers have had some difficulty, Jeff, in these end of quarter, end of half situations. Let's see if they can execute here and get a good look.
Railers up 18-9, down to 10 seconds. Sloan on the right wing, on top to Dewberry. Dewberry, bounce back door. Isaiah off the glass, and it rolls good.
Well, that's pretty good.
Down to 2, down to 1, and that's where the first quarter will end. Railers put up 20 in the first, and they lead 29. Back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Reminder, Railer Basketball brought to you by Grimaldi Law Office, the Lincoln Park District, and Headline Salon LLC. We start the second quarter of action. Lincoln on top 20-9. On the floor for the Railers, Cannon, Bowers, Grunder, Dewberry, and Hamlin. Isaiah almost with a steal. Titus comes up with it, looks ahead to Isaiah and throws it over his head in a turnover.
Second Railer turnover of the game, Jeff. Really pretty flawless first quarter. They had 2 turnovers to Canton's 9. Railers dominated both boards.
Yeah, it took a while for the Railers to get started. Canton got out to that early 4-0 lead, and then the Railers go on a 20-5 run to end the first quarter, and that's got them this 11-point lead right now. Dean tries to split a double team, and a foul is going to be whistled. And which of the 3 Railers are they going to get, Grunder, Dewberry, or Hamlin?
Well, nice of the Railers to give them a choice. Railers still getting that, having that double team split on that baseline, Jeff, and it's something they work on. Got to get close. Got to get real friendly with your fellow defender there.
Foul is on Jermaine Hamlin. That's his first, third on the Railers. Dean flips it over to Gossett. Jumper from 15 again. Dean no good, and there's Jermaine High for the rebound.
I hope Jermaine gets a lot of quality minutes tonight, Jeff. We can really run up and down the floor, get a feel for the offense and his place in it. Sometimes he seems like he's really unsure of where he's supposed to be and what he's supposed to be doing.
Dewberry with the drive by his defender, rolled off the rim, rebound to Canton. Dean kicks back to Gossett. 3 on the way, it's up and rattled in and out, and Jermaine there with another rebound.
Well,
Got twisted up like a pretzel there, but still found a way to come out with a basketball.
that's Freeport, Jeff.
Cannon back to Dewberry, 3, in and out. That's 2 that Isaacs had almost go down. Good shots for Isaac, just not falling. Minute 15 gone in the second. Lincoln with a 20-9 advantage. They try to go cross court, and Grunder's there all over that for the steal. Gets it back now from Cannon. Grunder on the right wing, on top to Titus.
It's a dozen turnovers for Canton, Jeff, and you just simply can't win a basketball game against a team bigger than you are, also giving the ball away.
Over to Cannon. Down to Jermaine, who was posted up, and a foul's going to be whistled on Dean. That'll be his first, 6th on Canton, and that's exactly what you want to see Jermaine do. Posted up, spread out wide, get him the basketball, and really they had no choice but to foul him.
Yeah, when he's down in the low block there, when your tallest kid's 6'4", it's just not much you can do with the kid who's 6'9". And over the years, Railer fans know it's usually us defending the 6'9" kid, and we know how to do it. But, yeah, once they get on a low block, stop fouling. It's a layup, move on.
Grunder out to Cannon, back to Ben in the corner. His 3 rolls off. Rebound to Murphy.
Nice out-of-bounds play, Jeff. The most dangerous player is the one coming from out of bounds, and that's what Grunder had there.
Over in the corner, Canton lost it. There's Isaiah there. Nope, picked it back up by Canton. Murphy drives by Titus over on the right side. Railers moving really quick on defense. Jumper from the baseline, left it short. Isaiah and Hamlin. It's Jermaine that comes out with the board.
You hit it on the head, Jeff. This 1-2-2 is predicated on moving while the ball's in the air, and boy, are they quick tonight.
Cannon on the left wing to Bowers. High post to Jermaine. Titus is going to pop out. There's Titus, his 3 on the way. That'll go down. Titus, second 3 of the night.
That's a 4-around-1, the offense there, Jeff, I believe, and Titus had a great look.
23-9, Railers. 5.5 to go in the first half. Murphy. Miller now. Working near the timeline. Almost lost it, did lose it. Titus, he's got Isaiah on the other side. Flips it over to Isaiah. Isaiah around 3 can, but up and good. Titus a little too unselfish there as a timeout is taken. It's a full timeout, so we will take it with him. That basket by Bowers gives the Railers the lead. 5:07 to go in the first half. Lincoln 25, Canton 9. Back with more Lincoln Railer basketball. The Eaton Corporation, Lincoln Dare, and Officer Christy Fruget, as well as the folks at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital. They're the reason that we can travel to each and every Railer contest, even here in Canton, part of the Central Illinois Midwinter Classic. Of course, the Railers' next 3 games, part of the Classic, tonight here, Friday at Mahomet, and Saturday back home against Morton. But right now, Tom, the Railers, I don't think it would be an understatement to say Canton is overmatched.
Clearly, Jeff, but the Railers need to keep their foot on the gas now. You want to beat teams by 40 or 50, not to be mean, just to get it done. And so they start putting their heads in the game for Friday night, which is the game that matters this week. Not that they all don't, but it's the most important conference game of the week.
The one team that's knocked him off in conference play, 3 no good. Rebound for Dean for Canton. He's in the lane.
Travel.
And steps.
Yep, changes pivot foot. He didn't think the official saw it, but that's all he was looking at.
Railers with the basketball again. Sloan, Bowers, Grunder, Bacon, and Hamlin. Isaiah on the left wing, on top to Drew, between the circles, right side to Grunder. Grunder could probably take his guy anytime he wants to.
Yeah, Jeff, it does appear they switched to a 2-3. The Railers ought to be getting some pretty good looks along the free throw line extended.
Grunder, the lob to Jermaine for the dunk.
Or he could just lob it to Jermaine and he could dunk it.
Nice pass from Ben, right where Jermaine needed it. Jermaine with a nice night so far. Hamlin with 7. Are they going to get it across the timeline?
Yeah.
Nope, they didn't. 10 count. Another turnover forced by this Railer defense.
Looking at scoreboard, I think it was 12 count, but I believe at this point the officials can cut Canton a little slack.
Germain will head out. Colton Holiday in the contest for the first time.
Jermaine did a real nice job while he was in there, Jeff. He was active, he played solid defense, and had some great looks inside.
Bowers for 3 from the left side. Isaiah now with 12.
Isaiah Bowers.
And the Lincoln lead has grown to 30-9. And then Canton trying to get it up court, had it knocked out of bounds. They were the ones that did it. So another turnover, and Lincoln the basketball. 3:35 to go. Grunder down the lane. Lots of contact. And a foul's going to be whistled on Dean. And you got to like that because Ben just took it right at him, and Dean just didn't know what to do, so he sort of turned sideways, and Ben ran right into him.
Yeah, that's probably not what how the camps will teach you to play defense inside. You probably want to give the offensive player your chest and hope you get a call. That said, these kids are playing hard, and can't kids haven't quit, Jeff. They're out there hustling. But I have them unofficially for 16 turnovers here with 3.5 to go in the first half.
Ben's second one, good as well. You know, that's something the Railers have been doing better as of late is free throw shooting. They struggled early on, but slowly you can see it getting to be more like the Railers of old, and that's got them helping to a 32-9 advantage here. And then Isaiah gets the steal as he and Drew ran into each other. Luckily, neither one got hurt, and the Railers with yet another turnover.
Yeah, you don't want an injury in a game like this. Didn't stay in that zone long. Canton back in the man.
3 minutes to go in the first half. Isaiah, top of the key, picks up his dribble at the free throw line, back out to Sloan. Sloan on the right side to Grunder, almost taken away. Dangerous long pass from Tate. Bowers, hands now to Drew, back on top to Sloan.
You know, Jeff, it's a rare season that the Railers aren't real set in their rotations.
Isaiah turns from about 12. It's Isaiah again. Basket in the lane. 7 in the first quarter, 7 here in the second, 14 for the game.
He's really stepped up and taken charge.
34-9, 2.5 to go in the first half. Morris. Back over to Cannon. They swing it far side. I don't remember the last time Canton really got a good look at a shot. And then a foul's going to be whistled on Grunder. Ben with a hold. That'll be Ben's fourth on the Railers.
Yeah, I was looking at my stats trying to figure out why I only had the Railers with 6 defensive rebounds, but most of the Canton possessions have resulted, unfortunately for them, in turnovers.
$2:19 to go. Back over to Murphy. On top to Morris. Morris, top of the key. 3 on the way. Miller, back of the rim. No. High for the rebound. Colton Holiday gets it to Dewberry. Bacon, Dewberry, Holiday, Cannon, Grunder on the floor for the Railers.
Anyway, Coach looking at different rotations now, trying to get set on one as we head towards the tournament season.
Tipped away, out of bounds. Knocked out by Gossett. Stays with the Railers.
A fairly good-sized crowd here tonight for the home side, but kind of quiet. Not much to cheer for at the moment for the home standers.
Cannon near the timeline. Holding against Miller. Right wing to Grunder. Bacon at the high post. Drew turns one way, back the other. Hands to Ben. Top of the key. Look, a little spacing issue for the Railers. Now they get it fixed. Cannon's wide open on this side. Titus on top to Dewberry. Swing it around the perimeter. Minute 20 left in the second quarter. Lincoln with that 25-point advantage. Lane opens up. Grunder takes it strong. Goes to the floor. Rebound for Canton. Murphy, right side to Miller. Miller pulls the dribble back out, and now to Murphy. Cross court to Morris.
Well, it'd be nice if the Railers could hold here and keep Canton in single digits for the first half. The Railers are putting up a lot of single-digit quarters lately.
Well, right now they're putting up a 0 in the second.
Well, I thought that, but I wasn't going to say it out loud, Jeff.
Well, math was never your strong point.
No, it really wasn't.
Morris, 40 seconds to go. Morris and Miller just playing catch on top of the Railer zone. Corner three on the way. Nope. Bacon the rebound for the Railers. And with 30 seconds to go, got to believe Lincoln's holding for one. Cannon gets it ahead to Dewberry right in front of the scorer's bench. Grunder holds near the timeline. Down to 20 seconds. Holiday. Now Titus holds down to 10.
Not a Railers move.
Grunder on the right side. High post to Bacon. Bacon, here comes Titus popping out
Got
from
him.
around the screen.
Oh.
Titus thought about it, couldn't take it. Ball loose on the floor. Drew picks it up. Got to look at something. Dewberry's three on the way.
Good, if it
It
goes.
will go.
Hey, there we go.
In, out, and back in. And Dewberry's three sends the Railers into the locker room with an advantage of 37-9. We'll be back with the Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center halftime show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.